Since high school, Drew Scott, the charming co-host of Property Brothers, has been fully committed to his work and ambitions. He has successfully traversed the worlds of acting, directing, and real estate, showing little interest in or time for a romantic relationship. Unveiled in June of 2019 during a Toronto Fashion Week event in 2010, Drew revealed that he had been single all his life, focusing on his career goals rather than romantic relationships. However, fate had other ideas for Drew when Lena Fan, the creative director for Scott Brothers Global, showed up dressed like the fashion police and full of humor. With her captivating personality, Linda drew Drew's attention. According to Drew in an interview, their first meeting was marked by Linda holding a giant Piazza SS with a warm smile on her face, and Drew finding the courage to approach her with a now-famous pickup line, "Where do I get a water?" This chance encounter led to a 6-year romance, during which time Linda's charming personality revealed a romantic side of Drew that he was unaware of. In December 2016, Drew orchestrated a proposal that would rival any Hollywood romance. Weeks of secret planning included a unique rendition of Train's "Marry Me" recorded in New York City, culminated in a dinner at the Toronto restaurant's piano. The surprise continued with an illustrated cake inspired by Dr. Suo. The places Yoko transformed into Oh the Places was symbolizing their shared journey into the future before their grand destination wedding in Puglia, Italy. Melinda described the couple's first date as the longest ever. They went to a hot chocolate joint, a sushi restaurant, and an unexpected karaoke party where Drew's singing prowess became the catalyst for love. The celebrations proceeded with a grandiose ceremony in Italy honoring Drew. The unusual setting involved exchanging hamburgers instead of rings in a hot tub, with the justice of the peace presiding over the private affair. When Scottish heritage was killed, her family and friends were there to support her, and the echo of their wedding vows could still be heard. The path to parenthood proved to be difficult for the Scott after 2 years of unsuccessful attempts. The couple stopped receiving medical assistance and learned that Lena had a thyroid condition, but it didn't stop them from documenting their fertility journey on YouTube, providing an unfiltered look into the emotional challenges many couples face. Their struggle, shared openly and vulnerable, resonated with many, creating a supportive community. Drew and Linda eagerly embarked on the journey to parenthood, openly expressing their excitement about becoming parents, even designating space in their Los Angeles home for a few future nurseries. The couple's community saw a turning point in December 2021 when Drew and Lena learned they were expecting their first child. On May 4, 2022, the Scotts welcomed their much-anticipated bundle of joy. James Scott, the Porker-warming images posted on Instagram complimented the revelation they made on their podcast at home. With Parker's arrival falling on the couple's 4th anniversary of reading together, the happy occasion for the new parents took on even more meaning. Declare their utter joy at Drew's description of the incredible taste of fatherhood. After a remarkable 44 hours of labor, Linda, still in shock and disbelief that she was a mother, revealed that Parker's birth was delayed. Drew jokingly said that Parker chose to arrive on our anniversary as a Scot in Brazil. Rose and her parents with Parker in his arms, Drew thought about how parenthood transforms people. In a heartfelt podcast episode introducing Parker to the world, Drew acknowledged the need for balance between personal time, baby time, and couple time. He also admitted to having a newfound understanding of the significance of putting family before work. The Scotts' journey to parenthood, which was full of highs and lows, has not only brought them immeasurable joy, but has also strengthened their bond as a couple. Drew's dedication to being there for Parker and Lena represents a lovely shift in his priorities in life. Drawn fans of Scott and Lena, many people negotiating the challenges of love, job, and parenthood find inspiration in Scott's love story, which unfolds from a chance encounter to a lavish family celebration. However, in August 2022, the war was shocked to learn that Scott had been diagnosed with stage 2 nonstop fetal cancer. This devastating revelation was a vulnerable moment that had a significant effect on his followers. An uncommon type of cancer called nereal carcinoma starts in the area of the throat above the nose. With the help of his supporters, friends, and coworkers, Scott has been able to overcome this difficult period. In late November, he achieved a major victory in his battle against cancer. The effective removal of a uraneous tumor from his tongue was a critical milestone in his treatment regimen. The procedure served as a tribute to medical progress, as well as Scott's unrelenting will to overcome whatever obstacles that stood in his way. Scott is incredibly open about his experiences, providing updates on social media and in interviews. His candor has encouraged others going through similar hardships and shed light on the terrible realities of battling cancer. In June 2023, a glimmer of optimism, Scott found great courage from his fans, who reinforced the notion that he was not fighting this battle alone. The world's fans' collective sigh of relief, echoing the joy that Scott and his loved ones must have felt, shone through the clouds as the news broke that Scott's cancer was in remission. It was a momentous occasion that was a testament to both Scott's fortitude and the success of the medical interventions he had undergone. Scott was able to resume his normal life during the brief period of remission. He was grateful for the favorable turn of events in this difficult journey and went back to his passion, rekindling his love for acting and working on the projects that had defined his career. Unfortunately, disaster struck again in July, this time with a diagnosis of myeloplastic syndrome, also known as pre-leukemia, just as the war was about to end. This unanticipated setback caused Scott, his loved ones, and his supporters to experience shock and worry once more. With the same bravery and tenacity that had characterized his previous experiences, Scott accepted the diagnosis of myeloplastic syndrome head-on, seeking the best medical care available and carrying on with his supporters. Sadly, on November 14th, the world was informed of the devastating news that Scott had died at General Hospital in Los Angeles, with complications stemming from acute myeloid leukemia. The myeloplastic syndrome-related aggressive type of cancer that had surfaced despite the sadness surrounding his demise. There was a bright spot in the manner Scott departed this life. He was surrounded by loved ones. His departure left a vacuum in the hearts of his fans, friends, and coworkers. It was said that Scott's departure marked a serene and tranquil end to Thomas's journey. It was a parting that honored Scott's desires and brought comfort to those who had supported him throughout. Scott's journey was filled with celebrations and victories. The public's roller coaster ride began with the first diagnosis of nasal-ng cancer and continued with the unexpected twist of myeloplastic condition and the accusation of myeloid leukemia. Scott showed incredible fortitude in taking on the assignment. Thanks for watching my video.